bus ride through Merrick, learning and exploring the past and present of Merrick.
After one of the Long Island Railroad trains, they said if the vault is in the window, nobody will steal it because it's so visible. I don't know how successful they were, but that's a story of the bank. Let's go up to Smith Street, Howie, and Meg has historically been a cheese place, a real estate office, an insurance office, but way back when David Greaves was a blacksmith in 1911, he had a little blacksmith shop here, and he made, those are the things that he made. He shoot horses, he made clam racks, he made eel spears, he repaired the ironwork on wagons. So that was quite a lucrative business. Move on a little bit into that white building, the Grace Church. The town fathers, the village fathers, got together and created School District Number 25. That's South Merrick. Now, in those days, it used to be South and North Merrick. That was 1900. And they built this is the first official District 25 building. And it had, I think, 4 classrooms. Let me see how big it was. It's the Grace Church. It had 4 classrooms and 87 students. In 1917, it was the only school in Merrick at that time. The building was later remodeled and became a church. And it became officially District 25. Now, in 1921, the population of North Merrick grew and the population of South Merrick grew. They decided they needed 2 districts. So in 1921, District 29 was broken away from District 25, and that became North Merrick. And in you all know Calvin Motors. It's the oldest business in town. It's on Babylon Turnpike, but it began over here in about 1909. And they were the exclusive dealer for Long Island for the Metz, M-E-T-Z car. I'm sure you don't know it, but this guy, Calvin, he had a bicycle repair shop. He built the first hook and ladder truck for the fire company, Merrick Fire Company. He charged them $125. And he was the sales agency for the Metz car. Do you know how much a Metz car sold for in 1909? $400. Did not include air conditioning or power steering. Roadhouse was. The Smiths built this roadhouse in 1840. It lasted until about 1889. And since I told you this was a main road from New York to out to Suffolk County, it was a 2-day trip. So they had to stop here, and this was like a little hotel, a rooming house, a coach house. Not only that, he collected all the mail. And people would come here. This was the first post office by the Smiths ran. And also it existed during the Civil War, 1865. And they had a big flagpole in front of it. And when they got the news from the war, they would run the flag up the pole. Everybody in Merrick would see it and run here to get the latest news to find out if any of their loved ones were harmed or what the progress of the war was. And that post office lasted until 1890. Now, I'm not going to take you to South Merrick, but Mr. Birch opened up a general store and post office. He became the postmaster after that. Over here on the left, look at the left. It's a treed area. That is where Indians lived, a large number of Indians, and it's a perfect spot because the Meadowbrook is just a few feet away from here, the Meadowbrook, which in those days was a fast-moving body of water, and of pure water, of sweet water, not salt water. Now, of course, down to the south of us is the ocean. So they had the best of all worlds. They could fish from the ocean, clean, fresh water to bathe in and to drink and prepare food. So it was a terrific location.
The flag that Jerry alluded, the flag that went up to give Civil War news is now at the Chatterton School. It was, I don't know if it's still displayed, but it was displayed for many, many years in the gym at Chatterton. And that's the original flag that went up the pole to give all the war news to the locals.
You see how slow the water is going? That water used to rush and be powerful enough to turn wheels. There you go, stop. You see, it's tepid, it's slow moving. But historic, you can get up from your seat. Historically, that moved like a bat. Strong enough to turn wheels. Oh, here's a little one off to the right. Off to the right. Look at the little one to the right. Where's Central? Did we hit Central yet? Actually, the railroad door. This dog somehow got on the train in 1919, and until 1935, that dog had entree to all the trains in the system, but he seemed to have had a preference for this particular line that was in Merrick. The passengers took up a collection and bought him a necklace and said, "I am Roxy, the railroad dog." Eventually he got old and he died, and he was buried. I don't know, he wasn't buried here, but on the tracks of the Long Island Railroad. But the memorial has eventually landed here. They built a little watering thing, and they put flowers, and there's a little dog. Nobody ever owned him. We never found an owner. He was just but everybody took care, everybody fed him, everybody gave him, they took care of his needs. Anyway, the second hotel in Merrick. It was built by Peter Muller. And the first hotel was built by a fellow by the name of Charles Fox, not the movie mogul. It was just, I don't know where his background or his history, but Charles Fox had a dream of building a railroad in 1870 or thereabouts. I don't have the dates in my head. About 1870, he started it in Jamaica. And he ran the train, a single track, from Jamaica to Freeport. He started another single track from Babylon to Freeport. And when he decided to get a home, he decided to build it here in Merrick, on Merrick Road, where the, what's the latest clothes store down on Merrick Road? What's the name of the women's clothes store? I can't think of it, but it's on Merrick Road, right down Union Avenue. His name is Charles Fox, and since he was building the railroad, he decided to build the first hotel, which would be the Merrick Hotel, where the window factory. Everybody know where the window factory is? We don't have a good view of it, but I don't have the time to take you there. He had a hotel there. The hotel didn't succeed, and it was replaced by an organ factory. Mr. Midler had a factory in Brooklyn in 1860. He liked Merrick. He prevailed upon his employees to follow him, and how did he persuade them? He built houses on Miller Place. Built about 5 or 6 houses for his employees. And he built organs over here that are used all around the world. In 1917, he gave up the business. He sold it to Loesch. Again, the Midler Loesch organ factory. And then in the Depression time, with movies, the movies came, talking movies. And the organ business sort of died about 1930s, thereabout. And it became the window factory. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Hope you all have diaries. Hope you'll all join the Historical Society. And next,
very nice. With a red shirt. Anything I did.
And would you like to?
Yes, very much.
Bye.